Going for what you want in life, or are you giving yourself excuses on why you can't do it? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystical Mastery Mondays with me, Vic, your favorite spiritual awakening coach. And today, I really want to get into what it means to trust in the unknown. The unknown being uh, experiences that are uncertain, and a lot of us, I feel like we get trapped in staying in certain relationships, or staying in the same job. And we all get a calling, we all get intuition or direction thoughts that lead us to possibly a different job, a different experience, a different life. But one struggle I feel that's apparent with a lot of people, and I've dealt with this myself, but it's almost as if we have an addiction to certainty. Like, we need to know all the steps to know how it's going to go so that we can do it. And that's just not the way life works, right? This addiction to certainty is actually limiting us from possibilities. If we feel like we need to have everything planned out, if we feel like we need everything, need to know all the steps, well, then we're controlling all these aspects of our lives and not allowing, these mystical experiences, these coincidences, these synchronicities, and all these things that are available to us to happen if we're stuck in this idea that we need certainty to move forward in our lives. And one thing that's interesting to me, kind of on a science level, the reason why we struggle to trust in the unknown is because our nervous system, our brain, and our spinal cord literally take in all the experiences we experience and recalibrate as we live our lives. So when you're facing an unknown experience, an experience that you've never really experienced before, and you're kind of going for something you think you want to do, um, you're gonna have fear because you've never experienced it. It's never been calibrated into your nervous system. So your body's automatic reaction is like, oh, this is a known, right? We're wired for survival. So if it's a known, do I really want to do this? What should I try to do this? And when you know that, and that's just like a nervous system response, then it really is about like, hey, I want to do this, I want to try this out, and and just go for it and jump and see what happens. And I can tell you of um the unknown has never disappointed me. Every time I leave room for surprises, every time I leave room for possibility, whether I'm going on a trip and just seeing what happens, or just like feeling a calling to do something, make a video, or not knowing exactly how things are supposed to go, and I do it anyway, things always work out better than I expected, or there's people I meet, or there's connections that happen that wouldn't have happened if I felt like I needed to control every aspect of my situation. And so it's important to understand that the nervous system needs to recalibrate so that you can, after you have the experience, so that you can be more prepared. I guess your nervous system can be more prepared or more comfortable with having this experience again. And and it really comes down, when you really want to live in this manner, it really comes down to living in surrender, right? Surrender is the idea of really relinquishing control of how you think things are supposed to go, and literally just let things play out, right? Watch, what happens and who you meet and what, the more you kind of fall into the space, it's hard because this is our subconscious. Our subconscious controls 95% of really our thoughts. So we really have to be aware of all the thoughts that are coming and being like, oh, like I'm gonna experiment here and just let this play out, right? I'm just gonna let this situation play out so that I could see what happens without needing to control it. And the more you allow yourself to surrender into experiences and see these things, your nervous system is going to continuously recalibrate these experiences and be like, oh, the unknown is actually cool. Look at all these times where you've like gone for the unknown, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. And I want to be really clear. I'm not talking about like, you know, jumping off a cliff if you don't want to, or like, all these things that, all these possibilities that you can experience. I'm really actually specifically talking about experiences that you want to have, like an urge, an inkling. Oh, I want to go skydiving, or I want to start a new business, or I want to end. I want to do all these things, but you don't do it because you want the certainty, right? Or because your nervous system's not calibrated into it. And so, I really invite you guys or urge you guys to surrender, to relinquish the control you think you need in your life for so many experiences, and just go into them and just see what happens and observe, and you know I want to say more times than not, but I promise you, every time that I felt like a calling or a direction or like a wanting to go to have some sort of experience, I just decided to do it and surrendered into whatever I thought was going to happen and didn't let my mind control how I wanted things to go. It's been amazing. It's amazing every time. The people I meet, the connections I make, the ideas I get, like I've changed businesses, I've changed jobs, I've done a lot of different things, and gotten caught in certain instances of feeling like maybe I changed too much, because most people just kind of like stay in the same role, and and I just want to keep experiencing, and the more I experience things, the more I'm like truly, I feel like I'm truly living life, right? Because I'm allowing myself to feel so many things and to go for these experiences these unknown experiences that I don't have any idea what's going to happen from. But by letting myself go there, by following my instinct or my intuition that is saying, go in this direction, try this thing out, and by doing it, it blows my mind every time. And so I totally encourage you guys to really learn to trust in the unknown. Really live your life from a place of surrender. And remember, like, your nervous system needs to recalibrate with every experience. So it's automatically you're gonna experience fear. And we need to really get out of this addiction to certainty. And when you really do and practice this way of being, life is going to be magical. It's going to be mystical. It's going to blow your mind, and it gets really exciting. And you're not predicting everything that is going to happen in your life. There's a definite aliveness that comes with this. So thanks for checking me out. We got a few comments here. Hi, Manisha. Hey, Yoli, I am a control freak in recovery. It's a daily practice. It is a daily practice. Everything I say on these videos is a daily practice. It's about literally, like, revisiting, being fearless and trusting in the unknown, and being a higher vibration. Like, this is not something you do one time and that's it. Like, this becomes a way of being, and it's a matter of reprogramming your mind and your body to experience life this way. And it's totally possible. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's very possible if you want to. So I totally encourage that. What else do we got? Manisha's divinely surprised. Hi, Karina. And yeah, so whoever's watching right now, or if you're gonna watch in the replay, um, leave me a comment, like, share this message if you're feeling it. I'd love to know what you guys think, and how this information is supporting you. So thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in, and just always remember to be here right now, where depression and anxiety cannot exist. Thanks very much, everybody.